Hello students, how are you? And welcome to second class of physics. The first class, as you know, I have discussed some general topics. Let's we recall the topics what I have discussed in the previous class. The previous class I have discussed the source of light, and then we discussed the types of source of light, and then the medium of light. And today I will discuss uh, more general topics related to the light. Your first chapter, light reflection and refraction. And let's start. Today's first topic is rays of light. Ray of light. What is the ray of light? Actually, ray of light is a straight line path along which the light travels. Okay. So if let's we consider a point A and B. A light is come from the point A to B. How can we represent this light ray? At first we have to draw a straight line. Okay, this straight line represents the path along which the light travels, but it is not actually a ray, it is only the path. Okay, but how can we represent the direction of light from A to B? Here the light is moved from A to B. Then how can we represent? If we want to represent the direction of light, then we have to give a arrow on this path. This arrow represents the direction of light. Then this is a light ray. This is called a light ray. Here this is drawing represent the light path and the direction of light. From first this straight line represent the path of the light, and arrow represent the direction of light rays. Okay, so if I give the definition, it will be very easy to understand. So light ray is a straight line path along which light travels. Okay, and it consists a arrowhead. It consists a arrowhead to represent the direction of light. Okay, so if you ask a light is come from the point B to C or B to D, then how can you represent? At first you have to draw a straight line. Let's say this point is B and this point is D. Light is come from B to D. Then how can you represent? At first you have to draw a straight line, then you have to give a arrow in the direction from B to D. That means the light is come from B to D. Okay, this is the ray of light. And this is the definition. Definition is very easy, and let's we read again. The ray of light is a straight line path along which light travels. So ray of light is a straight line path, and already we discussed at the first class that ray of light always travels in a straight line. So this is the definition. Ray of light is a straight line path along which light travels, and it consists of arrow head. You can say arrow head. Okay, and it consists of arrow head to represent the direction of light. Okay, now a combination of ray of light, when 2 or 3 ray of light combined, we get a beam of light. Okay, when 2, 3 or 4 and as many as possible light rays when combined, we get a beam of light. This combination of the rays of light is called beam of light. Okay, the combination of rays of light, again I say, the combination of rays of light is known as beam of light. And a narrow beam, narrow means very thin. A thin beam of light, a narrow beam of light is known as known as, a narrow beam of light is known as pencil. Pencil, that means light pencil. Okay, it is the light pencil. A narrow beam of light is known as narrow beam of light is known as pencil. Okay, do you understand? Now, a light pencil divide into three groups. A light pencil divide into three groups. Okay, a light pencil divide into three groups. And what are they? They are, first, convergent pencil. First, they are convergent pencil. Second is the divergent pencil. And third is the, first is the convergent pencil, the second is the divergent pencil, and third is the parallel pencil. Okay, so these three are the pencil. Okay, and light pencil is divided into three groups: convergent pencil, divergent pencil, and parallel pencil. Now we describe these all one by one. At first we describe the convergent pencil. I hope you are all know that the meaning of convergent. Convergent meaning meeting at a particular point. Convergent meaning meeting at a particular point. Okay, meet at a particular point. The convergent pencil is that. Okay, the convergent pencil is that in which light rays go to meet at a particular point. Okay, the convergent pencil is such that, or is that, in which the light rays go to meet at particular point. Okay, so convergent pencil is how like two or three rays, when two or three or four, how much as possible, two or three and four and many as possible light rays when go to meet at a particular point, then we call this combination of rays as a convergent pencil. Okay, let's see, draw a picture, then you can understand very easily. Let's say a point here, we consider a point here, this point is called S. Okay, here some light rays come to another point and go to meet at this point S. Here another types many light rays. Okay, these light rays come from another types of sources, but they all meet at a particular point S. Okay, all these rays are come from another points. They are not come at the common point. They are come from another points, but they go to meet at a particular point S. So here meeting point of these all rays are same, but the source point of this light are another. Source point of these all rays of light are another, but the meeting point is the same. So this type of rays, light rays, is known as the convergent pencil. Actually, combination of this type of light rays is known as the convergent pencil. Okay, this let's consider the A, B, C, D. So what are the light rays? Now AS, BS, CS, and DS. These all light rays. Okay, these are the light rays. These all light rays combined and meet at a point S. So combination of these light rays are known as convergent pencil. Okay, this is all about the convergent pencil. Now we go to describe the second pencil, which is divergent pencil. Okay, what is the definition of divergent pencil? Now you go to know. Divergent pencil. Okay, Divergence pencil. What is the divergent pencil? Now we go to describe. Actually, this divergent pencil is like opposite type of convergent pencil. Here the divergent, as we know that convergent pencil, all the light rays go to meet at a particular point. The divergent pencil is such that that such that you can write use is such that in which all light rays comes from all light rays come from a particular point source. Okay, so this is the divergent pencil. Here what is said, the divergent pencil is such that in which all light rays come from a particular point source. That means here the all light rays have a same source. All light rays have a same source. All the light rays come from a particular point source. In convergent pencil, all the light rays go to meet at a particular point, but here all the light rays come from a particular source. Let's we draw a picture, then you can understand very easily. Let's here a source of light S, and some light rays are drawn like this. Okay, these are all light rays which come from the particular point source S. This is the source. S is the source of light. So all light rays, you can write here A, B, C, D and E. Here S A, S B, S C, S D, S E. All these light rays are come from this point source S. So this is the divergent pencil. That means here the combination of these light rays is known as the divergent pencil. Combination of this light rays is known as the divergent pencil. Okay, this is the divergent pencil. So divergent pencil is like the opposite to the convergent pencil. Divergent means in a spreading. Okay, here you can see that all light rays are spread from the point source S. Okay, but convergent pencil, here all light rays go to meet. So this is like likely opposite to the convergent pencil. Divergent pencil is like opposite to the convergent pencil. Now our next topic is the parallel pencil. Parallel pencil. The parallel pencil is such that in which all light rays are parallel to each other. So in the parallel pencil, the all light rays will be parallel to each other. That means if you see the parallel straight line, here we know that two parallel straight line will not meet at any point. Like similarly, here the parallel pencil, in parallel pencil all light rays are go parallelly, but they do not meet at any point. In convergent pencil, we see that they are meet at a point. In divergent pencil, we also see that the all light rays come from a general point, but here the parallel pencil all light rays does not meet at any point. They are go parallelly forever. So this type of light rays, let us consider a light rays A, B, C, D and E, F. So these three light rays are parallel to each other and they doesn't meet at any point. Also you have to note a very important information that the width the width, width. The width means the width of the parallel pencil. Width of parallel pencil remains constant. Okay, the width of the parallel pencil. Okay, this means this length. Okay, this length will be fixed for a parallel pencil, and this length doesn't change. Let us consider this length is a small b. Okay, this length is a small b. That means the length b will not change for the parallel pencil. Okay, the width of the parallel pencil always remains constant. Okay, if these rays come from a to b and then it go another point is m, and these rays go to another point n, and these rays go to another point p, but their width, that means this distance b will be remain same, because this distance b, here also b, this distance b, that means width of the parallel pencil remains every time constant. Okay, and width doesn't change at any point of the parallel pencil. So this all about the light rays and the pencil. Next, our main topic is the reflection of light. And as you know, at first we have discussed that our main topic in this chapter is the reflection of light on a spherical mirror. So at first we know that reflection of light in we did it, we studied it in the previous class, in class 8 or 6, but for better understanding of reflection of light on a spherical mirror, we have to recall this normal reflection, that means reflection on a plane mirror. Okay, so let's start the reflection of light on a plane mirror, that means general reflection. We have to study the general reflection now. Okay, this is very important for us. Okay, let's start. The main topic of our class is reflection of light. Okay, what is the reflection of light? You already studied the definition of reflection of light in class 8. Okay, we say the definition of reflection of light again. We know that light rays always travels in a straight line. Okay, but when light rays falls on a surface of any object, then its direction will be changed, and many times these light rays will be come back or bounce back to the first medium again. Okay, let's draw a picture, then you can understand very easily. Here we can consider a surface. Okay, this is the surface of any object or plane surface. I consider here the plane surface m1 m2. This is a surface of any object or any substance. A light comes from this point A and falls on this surface. Then what will be happen? If this surface, suppose this surface is not present here, then what will be happen? Then the light rays will be go straightly, but because this surface is now present here and light is striking on this surface, then what will be happen? Then happen that the light, a part of this light will be returned to the same medium again. Okay, same medium. Why I said the same medium or the opposite medium? Because of this surface is present here, we get two side. You can see this picture. We get two side. This I call this side is 1 and this side is 2. The side 1 is the called side 1. This is the side 1. Okay, this is the side 1 and this is the side 2. I call this side 1 is the medium 1. Side 1 is the medium 1 and side 2 is the medium 2. Okay, so here the light comes from the point source A. That means the light comes from the medium 1 and it falls at a point of this reflector surface or this surface, and then it go back to the medium 1 again. this point B is where situation, what is the situation of B? The B is situated in the medium 1. The B is situated in medium 1, so light, a part of the light is returned back to the medium 1 again. Okay, so this is the reflection of light. So when light falls on any surface of any object or substance, a part of the light ray will be bounced back to the first medium again. This is known as the reflection of light, and this is the very easy and general definition of light, reflection of light, general definition of reflection of light. Okay, this is the general definition of reflection of light. A standard definition of reflection of light also have. Let's we write this standard definition. What is the standard definition of reflection of light? Let's we write. Reflection of light is the phenomenon of bouncing back of light in the same medium on striking the surface of any object. Okay, so what is the reflection of light? Reflection of light is the phenomenon. Reflection of light is a phenomenon. Okay, reflection of light is the phenomenon of bouncing back, that means return back. This light rays falls on the surface of any object, and light rays bounce back to the same medium again. Okay, so reflection of light is the phenomenon of bouncing back of light in the same medium on striking the surface of any object. Okay, so what is the reflection of light? Reflection of light is the bouncing back of light rays on in the same medium. Bouncing back of light rays in the same medium. These light rays bounce back to the same medium. These light rays bounce back. Let us consider these light rays is 2. So second number light rays is bouncing back to the first medium again on striking the surface of any object. Okay, so this is the reflection of light. This is the standard definition of reflection of light, and you can give also the general definition of reflection of light, and we write now the general definition of reflection of light. What is the general definition of reflection of light? The reflection of light, the light rays, okay, when light ray falls on any object, falls on any surface of any object, its direction will be changed. Changed, and a part of this light ray will come back to the same medium again. Okay, this phenomenon is known as reflection of light. So this phenomenon is known as the reflection of light. Okay, now there are so many information or the definitions is related to the reflection of light. Okay, there are so many definitions are related to the reflection of light. We have to know the all definitions one by one. For this case, we draw the reflection of light again. Here this is the surface. Let us consider this is the surface M1 and M2. A light falls on the surface at a point O, and this light rays come from the point source A, and then it bounce back to the same medium again, and it end at a point B. Okay, so here a light rays come from the point A, and it falls on the surface of any object at the point O, and then it bounce back to the point B, and this is the medium 1, and this is the medium 2. So this is the reflection of light. Let's see, draw a perpendicular from the point O. Let's see, draw a perpendicular from the point O, and let's it end at a point N. The straight line NO, you can draw the dotted line, or this dotted line may be called, maybe is suppose or maybe considered as a straight line. This straight line NO will be called normal. It also has a definition. Okay, it also has a definition I will give. So here you can see that here a angle is formed. Here some angle is formed. Here first angle we can see here, here a angle is formed. Okay, this ray between this ray AO and the dotted line NO form an angle. This angle is denoted by I. Okay, and another angle which is formed between the ray BO and perpendicular or the normal NO, which is denoted by R. Okay, now we describe some definitions here, which we have to describe very well. Okay, so what are the terms related to the reflection of light? Now we describe. First is the incident ray. Okay, first is the incident ray. What is the incident ray? The ray which fall on the reflector surface is known as incident the incident ray. Okay, the ray which falls on the reflector surface is known as the incident ray. And what is the reflector surface? This is the reflector surface M1, M2. This surface is the reflector surface. Okay, this surface M1, M2 is the reflector surface. So the ray which falls on the reflector surface is known as the incident ray. Here what is the incident ray? Here in the picture I write the shortcut note of the picture, PIC picture. Here in the picture the incident ray is AO. The incident ray is AO. Okay, this is the incident ray. Now the incident point. Now, or the second definition or the second topic is incident. What is the incident point? Okay, what is the incident point? The point on the reflector surface. The point on the reflector the point on the reflected surface at which incident ray falls is known as incident point. Here O is the incident point. Now next is the this is the second, this is the first, and then third definition is the reflected ray. Who is the reflected ray here? Can you say what is the reflected ray here? Here the OB will be the reflected ray. And what is the definition of the reflected ray? The ray which bounce back from the surface, after reflection is known as reflected ray. Okay, so this is the incident ray, this is the incident point, and second is the reflected ray. Okay, now the here is the who is the reflected ray. Here in the picture, OB is the reflected ray. Okay, now our another definition 4. The definition 4 is the incident angle, or you can say angle of incidence. What is the angle of incidence? You can see here. Let's look at the picture. Here a angle is made between the incident ray AO and the normal NO. Okay, so the angle between the incident ray AO and the normal NO is the normal NO. Okay, angle between the incident ray AO and the normal NO. Okay, normal NO is known as the incident ray. We say that NO is the normal. Okay, so angle of incident is the angle made between the incidence ray AO and normal AO and normal NO is known as angle of incidence. Okay, can you say the name of the angle from this picture? Okay, from this picture you can say that angle AON is the angle of incidence. Okay, angle AON, and look at the picture. Angle AON is the incident angle, and it is noted by the short letter I. Incidence angle is denoted by the short letter I. So angle AON is the incidence angle or angle of incidence. And the angle of incidence is denoted by the short letter I. Okay, now we're going to define the angle of reflection. So number 5, our definition is the angle of reflection. What is the angle of reflection? The angle made between the reflected ray and normal NO, and the normal NO is known as angle of reflection. So in this picture, angle NOB, or you can say angle BON, this is the angle of reflection, and it is denoted by the short letter R, and this is denoted by the short letter R. On this picture you can see that angle NOB, the reflected ray BO, the angle made between the reflected ray BO and the normal NO. Okay, this is the angle. So this angle is known as the angle of reflection. So angle NOB or BON is the angle of reflection, and it is denoted by the short letter R. Okay, angle of reflection. Okay, now we define the normal. So 6th number definition is the normal. Who is called normal here? NO is called normal here. The perpendicular drawn from the point of incidence. The perpendicular drawn from the point of incidence is known as normal. Here in the picture, NO is the normal. Okay, so this is all the definitions. About the reflection of light. Okay, these all terms are associated. With the reflection of light. These all terms are associated with the reflection of light. Okay, these all terms are related to the reflection of light. Now we go to discuss the two very important laws. There also have two important laws which are related to the reflection of light. Now we discuss this law. Okay, there are two very important laws which are related to the reflection of light. Okay, to understand these laws of reflection, we draw the picture again. Here there's the reflected ray, here the reflector surface M1, M2 is the reflector surface, and here AO is the incident ray. This ray AO falls on the point O. This point is known as the incident point or point of incidence, and OB is the reflected ray, and we draw a normal from the point O, and this normal is, we know that this normal is NO. Okay, so here I is the angle of reflection, R is the angle of reflection. Okay, and this is the medium 1, and this is the medium 2. Okay, for reflection we do not use the medium 2. We do not use the medium 2 anywhere. Okay, for reflection medium 2 is non-usable, but for refraction, if we describe the refraction, then medium 2 also use. They are a very active very activeness of the medium 2 for diffraction, but for reflection medium 2 is not usable. Now we write the we describe the two laws of reflection. First law, first okay, first write we law of reflection. Law of reflection. Here the first law of reflection. First law of reflection. What is the first law of reflection? First law of reflection says that first law of reflection says that the incident ray, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn at the point of incidence, the point of incidence are lies a lie L-A-I-E, a lie on the same plane. Okay, the first law of reflection says that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal drawn at the point of incidence are lie on the same plane. From the picture you can see the picture. Here the incident ray, AO is the incident ray, OB is the reflected ray, and the normal NO. These three matter, or these three parameter of reflection. AO is the incident ray, OB is the reflected ray, and NO is the normal. These all are lie on the same plane. Okay, here in this picture the reflected ray, the incident ray, and the normal of incidence are all lie on the plane of the paper. So these three parameter are always lie on the same plane. Okay, this is the first law says. So for reflection, incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal of incidence, normal drawn at the incidence, normal drawn at the point of incidence are all lie on the same plane, all lie on the same plane. This is the first law of reflection. Now we going to discuss the second law of reflection. This is also the very important law for the reflection. So what is the second law of reflection? Okay, what is the second law of reflection? The second law of reflection says that the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, let's see what said second law of reflection. Second law of reflection says that angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, let's we deduce this mathematically. Okay, from this picture you can say that here angle of incidence is angle AON. Okay, angle AON, this angle AON, this angle is the angle of incidence, is equal to, according to the second law of reflection, this angle is equal to the angle of reflection, and from this picture you can say that angle of reflection is NOB. Okay, this angle NOB, this angle is the angle of reflection. So this angle is equal to, these two angles are equal as according to second law of reflection. If we write this in shortcut note, if write this in the form of notation, then we can write I, angle I is equal to angle R. Okay, so this is the second law of reflection, and this is the mathematical form of the second law. Okay, this is very important law. Many questions, maybe a simple or short questions may ask from this second law of reflection. Okay, in your exam time, very short questions may become. Okay, and how this question may become, let's write. If a ray of light, if a ray of light reflected at an angle at an angle 60 degree, then what was the angle of incidence? This is the question. Okay, this question is come from the second law of reflection. You have to use the second law of reflection. In the second law of reflection says that the angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of angle of reflection. So here the angle of reflection is 60 degree. The angle of reflection is 60 degree. Angle of reflection 60 degree. It is said here, a ray of light, if a ray of light reflected at an angle 60 degree, that means angle of reflection is provided and angle of incidence is asked. As we know that angle of reflection always equal to the angle of incidence, then we can say that angle of incidence is also equal to the 60 degree. Angle of incidence is also equal to 60 degree. Okay, by using the second law of reflection. Okay, so this is the first and second law of reflection, and this is all over the definitions which are related to the angle of which are related to the reflection of light. I discussed briefly with you, and this is the two law of reflection, first law of reflection and the second law of reflection. I also discussed with you with the picture. Okay, so if any problem, please notify me. Don't worry any things. If you have any problem to understanding any definitions or any treatments or any picture, please ask me questions. And in the next video or the next class, that means in the third class, we will discuss about the use of reflection of light, and the types of reflection of light. There are two types of reflection. One is the regular reflection, one is the irregular reflection. Regular reflection happens when the light rays falls on a smooth shiny surface, and irregular reflection happens when the light rays falls on a rough surface. Okay, these two type of reflection I will discuss in the next day, and also we will discuss the use of the reflection of light in the next day. Then we will start the reflection of light on the spherical mirror. Okay, this is the main topic of our chapter. So in the fourth class, we will discuss the reflection of light on the spherical mirror, and there are so many definitions which we have to discuss, which are related to the spherical mirror. Okay, let's for today I stopped here, and be safe, stay home at your home, and be careful about your health. Okay, so if any problem, please ask me.